Alright, hello everybody. We are... should be live now, right? Yep. Alright, hello everybody. We're going to go deploy RDD number 1 up here. We got a squall line coming in from the west. It is severe warned. We're live with Radar Omega, the only radar app that's worth a shit and doesn't steal other people's ideas. So you can view us in Radar Omega and also on YouTube and Facebook here. It's the only place you're going to see the RDD, the Weather Eye deployment devices here, which we're going to be bringing up in a second. The squall line coming in from the west is severe warned for a potential tornado at 60 mile an hour wind. And we're going to deploy this device up here on County E in Greene County, Wisconsin here. You see that severe warning is quite a ways out to our west. It's about an hour away, but we might want to go ahead and deploy up here just because, regardless, because, you know, we're close to Madison. So give us kind of an idea with what's going on. I guess we could probably go a little farther west. You guys want to go a little farther west? Maybe we should go a little farther west. Let's go put it over there by New Glarus so Rob's neighbor can keep an eye on things. I think we do want to go a little bit farther west, actually. So we can just shoot over to New Glarus. Yeah, we're way earlier than expected. I think this might be the severe event. I expected the severe event to come on later. So we're very early. Oh, Jesus. Christ, good thing there's nobody coming because came up on that a little hot. Fun fact, that's a yield sign that got me canceled last year. A bunch of those crybabies on Twitter said that I blew a stop sign there. No, it is a yield sign. It is a triangle. I know those triangles are really hard to tell apart, but you know, fun fact, we are gonna blow a stop sign up here because there's a stop sign that says you don't have to stop if you're making a right turn. And oh man, that got people lit up too. So we're in for a real one today. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good one.
Cross streets are Perrin Lane and Arthur Drive.
But we're here. This should be a fun one. I've got RDD number 1 going. It's powered on in the back seat, and I was gonna go put it there, but I kind of thought the storm was moving faster than it is, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and put it a little farther west over there by Highway 69, because 69. They do say a possible tornado. I don't know where they're getting that, but whatever. .60-mile-per-hour winds possible with it. Yeah, if you guys are local and you need weather information, from meteorologists and people behind a desk type coverage, Channel 3 out of Madison. I don't think they're live right now, but they do, they will be live if anything crazy starts happening. Oh, come on, cars. So we're coming up on Highway... Oh, Christ, here's a whole line of them. So we're up here on Highway 92. So we're just going to shoot west. We're only about 5 minutes from New Glarus. The window tint ticket capital of the world. If Officer Sturt event, which I was informed the other day, apparently all the local kids call him Pedo Cop. I'm not sure why that is, but if he's working, we are probably going to be pulled over. So that's going to be interesting. I don't have my proof of insurance with, and hell, I don't even have my driver's license with me, so this is going to be an interesting one. So we might have to roll the windows down going through New Glarus. put the lights on, one of the two. But we'll get through New Glarus safe and sound, and then we'll be on the severe storm. I don't think there's much of a tornado threat. I'm surprised that they have tornado possible on that severe warning, but I really don't think it's much of an issue, no. We'll see, I guess. But I'm not quite sure where we're going to deploy this device. New Glarus is kind of hill country. If we go west of New Glarus, there's some nice high spots. But we could also go just a tad south of New Glarus, so. Yeah, Rob's neighbor gets it. The locals get it. Why would you not have your driver's license? Well, because I changed my pants this morning. It's pretty easy to do when you change your pants. We are doing 45 and 55.
Paramedic 7-2 and engineer City of Sudbury. Allison 719 Bunny Trail across Suckamel and Furry Lake. South of sponsor. Route. Get Richard Channel assignment 1105.
Yeah, New Glarus is like the Rosendale of southern Wisconsin. I kind of agree. I don't mean to dog on them so much, but my God, I mean, you kind of get a reputation for being a little bit ridiculous, and that's kind of what's going to happen. All right, some of you folks are about to freak out because we're continuing this pass in a no passing zone. That's correct, but it was a passing zone when we started to pass, and as you can see, there's nobody coming, so it's okay. Needs to take some deep breaths and start breathing heavily into a paper bag. You're welcome to. But we're not going to go 45 and a 55 behind those folks all day. We got to get moving here, so. Oh, somebody's already upset. If you're going to drive like that, get out of my state. Okay, well, Brian, I would like to remind you of something. I live about 2,500 feet off to the left here. We passed my driveway. This is also my state. This is also my road. Thank you. God dang, some people are ripe this morning, aren't we? Christ. We're going to be okay, guys. We're going to be okay. Plastic bag. Yeah, my cat stuck its head in a plastic bag the other day. Couldn't get its head out of it either. I had to go rescue the damn cat. Do 60 and a 45. Now somebody's speaking my language. Thank you. God, thank God you're here. We'd be screwed otherwise. Do you ever... I don't think Patrick ever misses a stream. Brad's got cramps for his period. Possible. What's the big deal? Well, Susan, this is the internet, and people like to cause problems on the internet. Welcome to the internet. Yeah, we got a lot of, most of our Wisconsin people are actually on Facebook, it seems like. We get a lot of our local viewers on Facebook. So, welcome. It surprises me. Like, we can have a tornado really pretty much anywhere. And there might be like 5 people watching on Facebook. But we can just be driving down a road with absolutely nothing happening. And we can have 500 people watching on Facebook if we're in Wisconsin. Just really get that local audience here, I guess. So that's kind of cool. I'm surprised that they still haven't dropped the tornado possible tag. Guys, I don't know why it's there. I'm not arguing with the Weather Service because it's the Milwaukee Weather Service and they're pretty good. I'm just saying I'm not quite sure why it's there. I'm looking at, well, I am on Quad Cities radar. Maybe there's a bit of a mezzo on Milwaukee. I don't know. No, there's not. Well, maybe kind of. I don't know. Regardless, this is kind of a stronger storm. It is a warning inside of this line. So we got this large line of storms, and then we got this little portion that is severe warned off to the west. And that's coming through eastern Lafayette County. It's approaching Darlington and Blanchardville. Is that 78? Yeah, it's approaching Highway 78. It is moving at 25 miles an hour. This thing's barely moving. So we'll see what happens with this, but I think this might actually be the severe weather. I was really kind of initially predicting, well, we're actually going to turn left, so I have to stop, unfortunately. I was initially kind of predicting more like 3 o'clock this afternoon, and that's what models were saying, but now it looks like maybe this might be the event. So if this is not the event, we might be back live again later, but I think this is kind of our main show for the most part. I'm busy. I don't really, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I don't really have time to be streaming right now. But here we are streaming right now. So this kind of screwed up my plans. I needed to get to Madison to pick up a part because I found out why we're having so many issues with the signal and everything. It's one of the the main encoder. There's something wrong with it physically. It keeps overheating, and I wasn't getting the overheat warnings on the display panel, and it's overheating. I don't know if the fan in it is shot or what. So I have a new encoder. I need to pick that up. That's why we've been having so many issues the past couple weeks. So my plan was right when they issued the severe warning, I literally just got in the truck and I put the Amazon pickup locker in the GPS, and I was going to start driving there, and then they issued the warning. I'm like, well, okay, I guess we better go. So here we are. So that definitely didn't get done in time for the stream today. But I am watching that potential area of development out in the Atlantic. Guys, I think that might be a hurricane that ends up hitting us. I'm going to go off on my high horse for a second, but a bunch of folks from Fox Weather and from the Texas Storm Chasers, not the Fox Weather Storm Chasers, the Fox Weather meteorologists, are trying to crucify me on Twitter because I'm raising the alarm bells for the area of possible development in the Atlantic. Folks, the GFS model shows this as a hurricane or tropical storm in the Gulf or on the East Coast in 2 weeks. I totally understand that the GFS is not the most accurate of models 2 weeks out, but I think that the fact that we have a 50% chance of a storm developing out there, it's in the MDR, which is the tropical main development region, and climatology, which is the history of, climate, says that this time of year those storms usually make it here. I think that it's appropriate to start telling people, hey, pay attention. We're not forecasting a hurricane or a tropical storm, and we're certainly not putting a forecast cone or a timeline out. But I definitely think it's appropriate, despite what Fox Weather meteorologists and Texas Storm Chasers say, and whoever the hell this Ari Salazari is, I really think that it's appropriate to start saying, hey, if you live on the Gulf Coast or the East Coast, there might be another storm coming. It's not just Aaron. We've got another storm that could be coming. It's not a guarantee, and we can't give you any sort of timeline, and we can't really give you any sort of intensity forecast. But what we can say is there might be something out in the Atlantic, and we might need to start paying attention to it in a week and a half to 2 weeks. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They're saying that I'm clickbaiting and I'm just doing it for money, which I don't know how I make any money off of saying that. I make money off of live streaming, not by posting on Facebook. But I just want to go ahead and alert everybody, even though I'm really pissing off Fox Weather meteorologists apparently, which really brightens my day, by saying that we very well might be looking at a hurricane knocking on the coast, or knocking on the door. Well, I guess it would be knocking on the door of the coast, whether it's the Gulf Coast or the East Coast of the U.S. in the next 2 weeks. Again, I want to make this clear. I'm not forecasting intensity. I'm not saying, it's going to hit Thursday at 2. No, we're way too far out because these models are really they're not super useful this far out. We can use them to say, hey, something might be going on, but we don't know exactly what. We just need to pay attention. So that's all I'm saying is we got to pay attention because there might be something else coming. It's also peak hurricane season. For Christ's sakes, guys, what do you expect this time of year? So we're going to, Project Weather Eye is actually preparing to potentially mobilize for that because we need a week's lead time on those guys. We're mobilizing up to 25 people if it's a strong storm. That's 25 people that need to get in a car and move. 50 to 75 individual pieces of equipment that need to get moving. logistics. Like, we need to mobilize a week ahead of time. So that's why we're really picking up on this early, because we can't just go at the last minute. So, you know, keep following on Facebook. That's where I'm putting most of the updates, is on Facebook, because I really think that we're going to have another storm coming. One thing I find interesting, I'm going to go ahead and delve into the drama for a second. My radar, the weather app, posted information with model tracks this morning. They posted model tracks claiming this storm might actually end up hitting us, which I'm actually okay with. I think it's appropriate at this point. Well, one of the My Radar employees, that's not Matthew Capucci, was all over my shit yesterday, telling me what a piece of garbage I am and stuff, and how it's irresponsible to be talking about this. But then his employer goes and posts it. Like, that's cute. So I just want to make that clear, folks, that we might have something coming. So start preparing. You know, you don't need to go buy your milk and bread, and you don't need to go get gas for the generator. But when I say preparing, you need to start thinking about what you might do if you live on the coast if a hurricane comes. Especially if you're not used to them. If you just moved there, you know, you're not used to these things. You need to start making some sort of a plan. Doesn't have to be a good plan. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just you need to have some sort of a plan. And I think it's time to start preparing, because it's hurricane season. We've got a 50% chance of tropical storm or hurricane development out there in the Atlantic. And the models, I know they're not super accurate, but the models are kind of hinting that that's coming this way. So let's pay attention to it. There's a big difference between that and clickbait. Clickbait would be posting a screenshot of the GFS and being like, on Thursday at 3 p.m. on September 1st, there's going to be a Category 5. That's not what we're doing. So I feel like I kind of get a little bit of a pass to go ahead and kind of roast the people that are sitting there calling me nasty names. So that's what we did right there. Plus we also explained something. So. The New Glarus cop is not sitting here writing window tint tickets today, so we should be free to proceed. We do not have to pay the bridge troll a toll, so we're good. Ah, shit, that's the New Glarus cop right there, ain't it? Nope, it's not. Alright, that's a Jeep. If you're a local, you get the reference. If you're not a local, it probably doesn't make any sense to you. But if you're a local, you're probably laughing right now. But anyway, we're going to go over the hill. Oh, shit. We actually might. Oh, boy. I wonder if we want to go put this up on 39. I can't remember. How wooded is it over here? Favorite state to chase in? I don't know. Probably Texas. Let's just go throw this up on the highway here and call it good. I'm not going to get too fancy with it here. I was going to go put it up there on 92. Is that 92 or 39? Is that 30? That's 39, isn't it? Yeah, on 39 west of New Glarus. You go up on the hill there by where there's a winery. It's a big hill. It's wide open. But if I remember right, there's a bunch of corn. I don't think we'll see over the corn. That is a problem with our weather eye devices this time of the year. You can't see over the freaking corn. I guess they did just issue a severe mesoscale discussion saying increasing severe threat. Let's get the latest on this warning here.
Lamont, Hollandia, Yellowstone Lake State Park, Calamite, and Woodford. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Strong thunderstorms will impact southeastern Lafayette County through 11:45 a.m. At 11:10 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from 6 miles southwest of Argyle to near Warren. Movement was east at 30 miles an hour. Hazard, wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Source, radar indicated. Impact, gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Locations impacted include Wheaton, South Lane, Gratiot, and Woodford. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. This is the NOAA Weather Radio WXJ-87 in Madison. The National Weather Service in Milwaukee-Sullivan has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Lafayette County in south-central Wisconsin, southeastern Iowa County in south-central Wisconsin until 11:30 a.m. At 10:51 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Darlington, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Darlington, Argyle, Blanderdale, Walworth.
Alright, we can probably, the problem is we're kind of shielded here with what we can see because of the trees. We might want to just put this out here a little bit. We go around this S-curve down here and it clears out a bit. Be prepared to stop. Oh, that's just great. Utility work, fantastic. Just what we needed. Alright, coming up on Monticello, once we get through town, you go up on a hill, and that might be where we deploy. The problem is our path to the west is just miserable. You can't see anything to the west because of the trees. That would be the right of the road because we're moving south right now. Yeah, thanks for jumping in, everybody. A little bit earlier than expected today. We're on the way. We got the severe thunderstorm approaching from the west here. Right up over this hill, there's this Bergy Flats area. I don't know how the cell signal is down here, though. I think we're okay. So this area through here is terrible for Verizon. I don't know why, but Verizon really forgot about this county. If you've got Verizon service and you live in Greene County, Wisconsin, you pretty much have service in the towns, and that's it. Like the towns and villages. Beyond that, you really don't have much at all. It really sucks. I don't know why Verizon just forgot about everybody here. They did put out a special weather statement for here. So I'm looking for a utility pole. They'll be on the left side of the road up here. So we'll see if they upgrade that to a severe warning. Alright, this guy is driving ungodly slow here. You're turning? Oh, fantastic. That's the best news I've had all day. Come on, get her in there. He's thinking about it. He might do it. He might do it. All right, he's going to do it. All right, look at that. Round of applause there. He got it. All right, this is the flats area here, so we'll have a shot. Yeah, really no cell service provider actually works well in this county. They all suck.
117, 1028. Out of Wisconsin, Adam Henry Union 3373. Adam Henry Union 3373 out of Wisconsin.
All right, we'll put it up on this pole down here. We're actually at the top of this hill. Because we got a little valley here. We're going to pass it. It's right after this road on the right. This little valley, it's got a straight chute down into the west. Or we can just go up on top of this hill. And honestly, just going up on top of this hill is probably better. Right about here, if you look off to the right, there's kind of right by this sign on the right. This sign facing the other way. Right there, there's a chute. It goes right down the valley. But we can also just go right here on this pole, one of these poles, and get it up on the hill on the left.
Monroe 802. Monroe 802, you're requested after retirement, 6168th Avenue. Be for an 85-year-old female, severe abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. This is for Monroe 802, assignment Greene County MS. Greene County cleared 1126.
All right, we're going to stop at this pole on the left up here at this intersection, so we'll just take a left here and pull in. Or I'll just stop. Actually, I'll just stop on the side of the road because I don't feel like walking.
Go through the county.
To Brittany Hack or Joseph Hack. The vehicle is a sanctioned IID required out of Columbia County.
10-4.
I'll go pop it up on this pole over here. That one right there.
Thank you, County. 117, 1051.
Okay.
51, no difference. All wheels up.
There. Is this going to be winch out for now?
Just pull out.
Okay. County.
802, go ahead.
You can show us en route.
10-4, be room 126.
10-4. 117, 1051.
All right.
License is 76.
Over. 1043.
117.
I'm stopping the northbound side. Advise Blackstones to come to the southbound side.
That's what she looks like.
Report.
Morning, affecting Monroe with wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. The radar indicating you are outdoors. You will seek shelter inside a building.
I have no idea how charged the battery is on that device. I hope it's, like, charged. Like, really charged. So it might be almost dead. We'll find out. We'll drop south, go into town here, and maybe go a little west. But yeah, it's not too bad of a view up there, is it? Yeah, no severe warning on it right now. Not at the moment, anyway. I'll just head down into town and maybe a little west. Oh wow, here we go. That kind of looks similar to what we're seeing on the remote device. Looks like the kind of the central part of this little Boeing segment is about to come into Verona and Fitchburg here shortly. It's coming into New Glarus right now as well. Be approaching Monroe down here. If they do warn any part of it, they might warn that part up in Dane County approaching Verona maybe for wind. And they might also warn this part of it down here by Monroe. I think they would leave the middle part of it alone. Could be wrong, though. But yeah, look at that nice shelf cloud approaching RDD number 1 there. That is very pretty. I guess I should have tilted the camera up a little bit more, but whatever. You guys check that out in Radar Omega. That's the only place you're going to find it. I mean, obviously, other than the live streams, but that is one of our remote Project Weather Eye devices funded by our viewers. So thank you, everybody, for helping us achieve things like this. Kind of cool. It's not a big deal for something like this, but when we have bigger events, it can be a big deal. You know, something like today, it doesn't necessarily really matter to have that out, but it's kind of nice to have it out, you know, just for the hell of it. You know, it's a tool that we have, so we might as well use it. Yeah, that's streaming in real time. By the time that you see it on your device, there's less than 7 seconds of delay. Less than 7 seconds. I have yet to see it with more than a 7-second delay. If it's more than a 7-second delay, it might be your connection where it's buffering or something and it's trying to display old packets, but on normal connections, I've never seen it more than 7, which is makes me happy, because that's part of the reason we do this. We want low latency. We'll go over here to the old Walmart exit and take a quick photo, maybe. Lost a huge chunk of mud off the tire. Just shoot in front of this guy. We'll just turn here. Just sit at the world's most pointless red light. At one point, this was just a stop sign. It made a lot more sense. Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. There you go. You have the right of way. There you go. You got her. Alright, I'm just going to jump out. There's no traffic on this road. We'll just park in it. Nobody's going to care. All right, got my little 360-degree panorama. We're good enough to go now. Just needed something to say we were here.
164 northbound, we have red day cab, Vertigo Incorporated, DOT number 133275, 133275, 149. The unit was trying to merge into the lane of the caller to...
Oh, I might have spun the camera too far. Hold on, where are we at? There we go. Spin it the other way. Yeah, there is a surviving Radio Shack here in town. Good eye. It's a good one, too. It's not a crappy one. Looks like our remote device probably about to get freaking sloshed on here with rain. Alright, we'll just follow this. Shelf cloud is quite a ways out ahead of the line here. Radar shows that we're maybe 2 or 3 miles from the heavy rain where we're at here. So I mean, this shelf is quite a ways out ahead of it. Which I mean, there's really no significance to that. It's just more like more an observation than anything, but. It is pretty. Give it that. Yeah, we're driving east right now. I think this is going to be the main show today. I really do. I don't really expect anything, but hold on, they just issued a warning. I think it's for Dane County though. It's Dane County. Shit. Maybe we should have stayed up there. going east, folks. I mean, we kind of should be able to, you know, if we want to, we can go over and then up Highway 104. I mean, we could get back on that part, but I kind of would imagine, though, that if that line up there, if that part of this line, it's all one big squall, if that's intensifying, I would kind of imagine this stuff down here probably would too, and might go warned. So I think we'll just stick with it. You know, we're kind of milking a dry cow in a way here, because like none of this is really that spectacular. We're kind of polishing a turd. Alright, so the mesoscale discussion just says damaging wind threat will increase across northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin this afternoon. That's basically the mesoscale discussion. And they highlight this area because of this line coming through. It says an outflow boundary from overnight storms is moving east across southern Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, northwest Illinois. Some storms have strengthened along this boundary. Okay, so I guess this is an outflow boundary. Weak inhibition ahead of the storms basically just means that there should be decent storm energy. Come on, guy, you're in the left lane, you're doing 50. What are you doing? Jesus. Mesoanalysis indicates weak inhibition, blah, blah, blah. It should erode farther east. So it sounds like we might have better storm energy or better ingredients for severe weather a little bit off to the east. Which makes sense, because it looks like the line is strengthening. 35 knots of effective shear at the Milwaukee VWP, which would be like the radar site. Might be enough to sustain some wind damage as they move east. Okay, I would agree. Severe thunderstorm watch may be needed if coverage and intensity increases somewhat as expected. So we're going to try to drive out a little bit ahead of this because we may want to get up there into eastern Dane County. So there's really not a whole lot happening with this part of the line. So we're just going to kind of prepare here to possibly go to a different target or just take the easy target, which is behind us. I'm going to go ahead and full screen our rapid deployment devices here. Yeah, just rain behind that shelf. Not a whole lot up there. That's just north of Monroe there in Monticello. You'll see that on the Radar Omega app. Alright, once we get up here to Broadhead, I might stop and get gas, but I think I think we may end up heading north. My whole reasoning is we don't really have a good road that goes that way. I mean, the roads out here are fine. This isn't like freaking chasing Mississippi or anything crazy like that. But there's really nothing good that goes northeast. So, I mean, 59, but that's zigzag. So it's just easier to go over here to 104, which is on the Rock County line, and then go north on 104. It's like our easiest shot to get back in front of this thing in a better spot. So that's kind of the plan here. Traffic is just barely moving today. I don't know what is going on here. Guess we're turning with no blinker. Pretty common. Alright, so we're almost to the highway here that we can take. Just a few minutes yet. Yeah, I didn't expect to be on early either, that's for sure. Severe thunderstorm warning up there does include like Stoughton, Madison, eastern Dane County. Out of range. Come on, man. We're gonna go north on whatever 104 here. Looks like the main part of the line is gonna be from like Monroe, like northeast of Monroe, like up by the airport, up into Madison. We'll go get in position for that. Nice day out otherwise. Warm out. It's not terribly hot. Yeah, it should be through Belleville. If it's not completely through, it'll be through in a second. One second, guys. You're going to lose me for just a second.
Lizard.
Alright, there we go. Should be a little better here. Alright, so just got into Broadhead. So, once we get through town here, we'll go north and we should be able to interact with this, the leading edge of this again. We'll get another shelf cloud opportunity here. Yeah, it should be through Fitchburg here pretty quick in the next 10 minutes or so. The leading edge of this is getting close to Stoughton now. It's through Oregon.
Day, so let's head back out to our Ellie La Liberté. How's the setup going?
Fine art, jewelry, where? Oh, you're about to get rained on. I probably could have just went straight or turned right and went over to the county road and avoided town, but probably wouldn't have mattered too much. All right, we'll round the corner and then it'll be the left, so we're almost there. And I think, I honestly think we should have a halfway decent shelf cloud with this, I hope. Just gotta get out of town to have a look. I haven't been able to see to the west for some time now. We'll go north. Yeah, the only severe warning is up there for Dane County.
But they're moving to not only Dane County, but through some of Wisconsin. The latest on what we can expect for the rest of Monday in your full forecast.
Plus, the search for a suspect continues after Madison business with people inside was shot at over the weekend. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on a very busy Monday. I'm Josh Ryder. First one weather leads us off at this hour as we've been tracking severe storms already today. Strong winds and heavy rain appear to be the main threats. For the very latest now, let's get to first warn meteorologist Blaze Keller. The storm just went over our studios. It was quite loud, Blaze.
It was. You know, the National Weather Service has issued this severe thunderstorm warning just for Dane County until 12:30, so another 30 minutes or so. Noting that strong winds are going to be the main threat, but also there is the possibility of a tornado, and that just means for folks listening that there is a little bit of rotation as this line of storms with winds coming out of the northwest are meeting southerly winds, so there is going to be a little bit of rotation with these storms, and that could prompt a tornado warning at any moment, given that we could see weak spin-ups. For now, though, there is no tornado warning, but these are who are in the path of this latest round of severe weather. Madison Airport, 12:05, Stoughton, 12:09, Sun Prairie, 12:17, Edgerton by 12:20.
Nice shelf cloud.
Atkinson, 12:42, Watertown, 12:59, and then into Sullivan by 1:03, so that will be after the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire. We're going to take it in, and we're going to look for any weak rotation. I would say the best area is just to the east of Oregon along Highway 138, moving into the Stoughton area. It'll be crossing over 151 and then eventually pushing into Shady Side Drive and then more into Pleasant Springs and County Road N. This is a little bit more promising in terms of what we would be looking for in that weak rotation signature. A little bit of a notch in this line of storms where there's just a little bit of inflow.
We'll go east up here into Footville, so we stay with it.
Shocking. With these strong storms, we do sometimes see little inflows like this that could prompt a weak spin up. So folks in the path of this storm, even into western parts of Jefferson County, I would be prepared on the chance that there is a tornado warning issued to get ready to potentially move into your safe space. Again, no current tornado warning is issued right now, but we are noting obviously some of that weak rotation. Let's expand it a little bit wider so that folks to the west out in the Wisconsin River Valley, you are clear.
Severe thunderstorm warning just came out.
Some severe weather moving through parts of Iowa and Greene County earlier today. Folks to the east, we're primarily going to be underneath that threat here as we go into the rest of...
Oh, nope, never mind. They just updated that one in Dane County. Disregard.
We're talking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for mainly eastern parts of Wisconsin here as we head into the afternoon. Future Track is going to continue to bring in that line of showers and thunderstorms across mainly eastern parts of Wisconsin through the mid-afternoon, and I think this is going to be like what we saw in July, where it was that early afternoon severe weather threat, and then event into the later parts of the afternoon, we could still see some showers and thunderstorms, but the atmosphere will have been well worked over that we lose that severe weather threat. Josh, we're going to continue to monitor things here behind the scenes. If a tornado warning is issued, you know it, I will cut on in and we'll do some wall-to-wall coverage, but we'll keep our fingers crossed that it's just a severe thunderstorm warning for now.
All right, Blaze, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. The severe weather is already impacting some road work scheduled for today. Paving on East Doty Street is now delayed until tomorrow. Crews will start work on the street.
At 12:02 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Madison to East Brooklyn, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour were the gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations intended include Madison, Sun Prairie, Pittsburgh, Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, Oklahoma, Edgerton, Marshall, Coniston Road, Deerfield, Shoreland Hills, Cambridge, Brooklyn, Maple Bluff, Lady Coastal, Pontiac, Utica, Rockdale, and Piattaville. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in the
All right, so we're going to continue east here because the storm's moving east, and we're pretty much right underneath the front of it here, so we might as well just continue with it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of another intense part of the line down by Freeport, but right now the really, only concerning, I don't even know if concerning is the right word, but really the only part of the storm that's like severe weather worthy is really that chunk up there in Dane County. I'm actually on the Quad Cities radar. I'm going to switch to, I just switched to Milwaukee, and it does look a little bit meaner, I guess, on Milwaukee. Yeah, between McFarland and Stoughton, there is some, I don't know if I'd kind of sort of call it rotation, but it's not enough for a tornado, but it's enough to kind of watch. So that's probably why they're keeping that tornado possible marker on it. We'll see what happens here, but I think we're just looking at a wind risk at this point. I don't even know how strong the wind is even going to be behind it. We're not even in that warning. They don't even have a special weather statement out here, which is actually surprising. I kind of figured we'd at least have a special weather statement on this. But whatever. So we'll probably take this into Footville and then either go north or south because we'll stick with it for a little while. I don't think I'm going to take it much past Janesville, but might as well be with it for a little while.
You're not compliant. No.
I mean, it's not terrible looking, but I mean, I don't expect anything to form behind this. Maybe
Charles 1-1.
maybe something could form behind this later on, but I'm not super optimistic on that thought. With this is kind of coming through, it's about the lunch hour, so it's really going to use up whatever instability we had. I don't know if the atmosphere is going to be able to get enough instability back in later. So I think this is kind of like the other day where it's just happening a little bit too early. this were happening later, we might have a more robust line of storms. But it certainly isn't a huge deal right now, that's for sure. The whole family walking down the road.
Yeah, I agree with Lauren. I don't think there's really going to be anything after this. This early round is more robust than what the HRRR is showing, so it's probably going to wash everything out.
Right. A similar route to what we took the other day. No tornado warnings. All right, we're gonna drop down into Footville, and then we're gonna go east on 11. So we're kind of going toward Janesville. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up with a severe thunderstorm warning, like maybe from Broadhead to Janesville here, if things keep going the way they are. It looks like the storm might have intensified just a little bit. I mean, might be pushing it, but we'll see. We'll stick with this a little longer. Stream's working fine for me. Okay, surprisingly, they issued a severe thunderstorm watch, which honestly really surprises me, because this don't look that persistent, but we'll see what the details are here. They're coming out right now. Oh, we gotta switch the transmitter.
Severe thunderstorm watch number 599, effective until 6 p.m. This watch includes the following counties:
6 p.m.
Wisconsin, Dodge, Jefferson, Kenosha, Milwaukee, Ozark,
Why so late?
Rock, Walworth, Washington, and Waukesha, and the following: nearshore waters around Sheboygan to Port Washington, nearshore waters by Port Washington to North Point Lighthouse, nearshore waters from North Point Lighthouse to Wind Point, nearshore waters from Wind Point to Winthrop Harbor, Illinois, Lake Michigan from Sheboygan to Port Washington, Wisconsin, 5 nautical miles offshore to Mid-Lake, Lake Michigan from Port Washington to North Point Light, Wisconsin, 5 nautical miles offshore to Mid-Lake, Lake Michigan from North Point Light to Wind Point, Wisconsin, 5 nautical miles offshore to Mid-Lake, Lake Michigan from Wind Point, Wisconsin to Winthrop Harbor, Illinois, 5 nautical miles offshore to Mid-Lake, Lake Michigan from Winthrop Harbor to Wilmette Harbor, Illinois, 5 nautical miles offshore to Mid-Lake, and Winthrop Harbor to Wilmette Harbor, Illinois, and the following counties in Illinois: Boone, Lake, McHenry, and Winnebago. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 12:30 p.m. for southeastern Dane County. At 12:02 p.m.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me, to be honest with you, that they put a severe watch out for till 6. That seems awful late. But we're here for it, I guess. Alright, so I think we might have a view of this again now that we're out of town and out of the trees. There we go. We're going to head toward Janesville. I just want to see what happens with this thing as it comes into town. I mean, they don't have it warned down here, but maybe they'll warn it. But I mean, it makes sense. Let's just go to Janesville. Let's go to the biggest town out here and see what happens. Might as well. We're almost to Janesville, maybe like 5 minutes out.
Engine 212, Cell Blitz requesting, they wanted a engine from Beloit.
Ready in front for already in front. You can go ahead and
Yeah, I can't understand you all verbally.
Broadfire 211, we are already in route. You can cancel the city of Beloit.
I copy 211, you're going to be en route to Kansas City.
Yeah, we're almost through August, freaking the 18th already. Isn't that ridiculous? It's terrible.
223014, call it to dispatch, please.
So far.
211, you're going to be going to 14203 Ruston. 14203 Ruston.
We'll have time to, because I probably need to get some gas. We'll have time to get gas here on the west side of Janesville, and then we will, I know several spots. We can just go kind of the northwest side of town, and we should be able to watch this thing roll in real nicely here.
Having give us some time to call back.
God, this road is going to hell. Man. This road is going to hell. Is this road closed up here? You gotta be kidding me. Son of a gun. Sure as hell is. I wonder to what extent it's closed. If it does say local traffic, and I am local traffic, kind of. Well, we could just take no. As long as we can get to this left turn up here, which we should be able to, yeah, we can. As long as we can get to this left turn, I'm fine. So let's go up to County A.
291.
This is fine.
Unit. Anyone need to speak with Wilmer Sanchez Canales?
Tim. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Jesus. Yeah, freaking everybody shove everything down your throat in this town.
Not for all, I don't know.
All right, our storm is approaching. Hold on, let me spin you over there. It's over there. Damn trees are killing my view here. I don't know if they're going to end up warning this for for Janesville or not. They haven't even the eastern Dane County warning. They haven't even extended that. I think they're going to let that expire because that expires in 6 minutes. And the storm is damn near out of the warning polygon already. So I kind of wonder if they're just going to let that one die off. We just gotta get through town a little bit here.
Just a runoff, no injuries, you can cancel fire any mess, and at his request, you call Sammy's for a pull-up.
There's a little bit of a gust front out ahead of this line.
Fire 841 can handle. Tower 831 can disregard.
I copy 841. 831 can disregard. And you're going to 158 South Randall, 158 South Randall, cross street 0. East Holmes to St. Lawrence, East Holmes, Your Point District 63.
831 cop available.
This is the NOAA radio WWG90 in Janesville. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 12:30 p.m. for southeast.
342, you're in quarters.
At 12:14 p.m., severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Cottage Grove to near Stoughton, moving east at 35 miles an hour.
Just 26.
Go north up here.
Number.
Get out of town so we can see this thing when it rolls in.
Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building.
Someone engine 211 is on location. If you would let Winnebago County know we're having cops problems, we have confidence make contact with them. Go ahead.
Sammy, you know.
Thank you.
Fire 841's on scene.
841, you're in scene.
Okay, we're on a little loop here. There, it's starting to look stormy. That's good. Must be in the right place. Yeah, I guess you guys in Europe are just screwed with YouTube today. I don't know what's going on over there for you guys. Oh, gust front's damn near gonna beat us to the frickin' quick trip here.
Go ahead. Time for Ranger.
Once we get up here to Highway 14, which should be like a minute and a half or less, we should have pretty good visual on this, because through the trees it looks like there's a, you can definitely see the shelf cloud up here. There it is. Now we can see it. I haven't been down that road for a while. No tornadoes around here anyway. Depends who you ask. I pulled up a live stream. I'm not gonna say nothing, because some people have different skill levels when it comes to chasing, and
RV 28 for you out of Illinois.
might not know any better. But after I was chasing the other day, was it 2 days ago, up here in Wisconsin?
Number 2, number 4.
Somebody sent me a clip to somebody else that was live streaming, and it was the storm that was like 20 minutes from my house that I could see from my house, and it was literally, it wasn't even a storm, it was a rain shower. And these people were calling it a developing tornado with like a rapidly rotating wall cloud. I'm just looking at this thing and I'm like, yeah, be kidding me. Like, at what point is YouTube going to kick that stuff off the platform? Because it's false information, really. But that's why I made the comment where it depends who you ask, because it seems like a lot of people on here these days are just calling everything a tornado. Like, there's some dust blowing around over there. Oh my God, we got a big tornado. It's like, Jesus criminy. But I gotta be careful saying that, because, you know, some people's I guess call it like field experience out here might be limited, and they might not know any better. Some people probably do know better, because I think some of these guys have found out that because I would argue that probably the majority of the folks that watch live storm chasing, probably like right now, the majority of you folks on here probably don't really know much about the actual weather or the clouds or anything like that. You just kind of rely on whoever's streaming to explain what's going on, which makes sense, right? Because like most people don't know a whole lot about this stuff. And these people, I think, have found that if you lead people to believe something's happening when it's not, you're going to retain your audience and engage your audience better. But that's really kind of unethical because you're basically feeding people fake news, and you're no better than CNN at that, or Fox News, because Fox News and CNN, honestly, they're both terrible. I don't care who you vote for. Like, all these news media things, they're not good. You know, I'm not talking about local stations. I'm talking about like the big corporate networks. You know, you're no better than corporate media with their fake news. You know, when you're falsifying things like that shelf cloud. Like, I guarantee you, you know how many, we would probably retain more viewers if I was like, yeah, that shelf cloud might put out a tornado at any second, because then people are gonna be like, oh, I can't stop watching now. They say there's gonna be a tornado. It's a tornado cloud. Well, I think some of these guys and girls have figured that out recently and are trying to capitalize off it. But I will tell you, it's not going to work very long, because I think people catch on to that pretty quick. Like, sometimes, frankly, you know, when you're out here reporting the news, which is basically what this is, sometimes the news is boring. Sometimes the weather's boring. And there just ain't a whole lot you can do about, what are you doing, lady? Crying out loud. Yeah, you better back it up. She put it in reverse. Lady about smoked me. That van we just passed there, she was coming right out. It's like, what the heck you doing, woman? She about got smoked into the freaking other lane there. So we're in Janesville right now. I'm just kind of gonna go over here, I guess, to the east side and maybe take a look. I was gonna go to the north side, but I don't want to fight with all that traffic. I know we can get through these stoplights way easier. You're right. Local stations are owned by the big media corporation. I agree, but, you know, I mean, I have a lot of experience working with the media, and I will tell you that the local stations, unless they're ABC 3340 or like Channel 7 in Chicago, they actually have, you know, local influence. You know, they have local station managers and like people with ethics most of the time. You know, some of these local affiliates, like these really big ones, yeah, they might be over corporatized, but most of these smaller stations, like the Madison market, even like the Milwaukee market, like even those size markets, there's a lot of local influence there. There's a lot of it's kind of like a small business in a way, kind of. You're up in Jefferson? Yeah, you're probably about to get, well, if you're not getting decent wind up there in Jefferson, it might get windy in a few minutes. Be interested to know if it actually does or not. Because you guys are severe warned up there, though, but it's only for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, that's true. You guys are having problems with you guys can watch on Facebook, or you can watch on Radar Omega. Yeah, I guess there's some sort of a problem with YouTube in Europe. It's down or something. I don't know. Don't know, man. Just passed up a chance to find value. Yeah, I don't like that Farm and Fleet, because I can never find what I'm looking for, because it's like so big. I can never find anything in there. I've been in that Farm and Fleet many times. You know, I remember going there when I was a kid, like 15 years ago, and well, probably more like 20 years ago, honestly. But I still don't know where anything's at in that one. I mean, I don't really like it when I'm in a hurry, but if I'm actually going for something that I really need, then it's nice, because, well, I mean, you can actually get what you need. Because that's the problem with like a lot of these Farm and Fleets. They just don't carry a whole lot anymore. But that one there in Janesville, that one usually has pretty, like, if they're going to have something, it's going to be at that one. I have no idea who Mitch West is. I have no clue. May find a parking lot up here. Oh boy, special weather statement for the area. Holy cow, guys, it's getting real now. Good lord.
Transporting Mercy.
It's probably for 40-mile-an-hour winds or something.
He's going to be coming back. We'll be in the area.
Michigan Peninsula upper 50s today. Holy crap. That sucks. We're on the far east side of town. It's all residential over here, but we'll find a spot to stop and watch this thing. Yeah, special weather statement goes all the way over there, damn near to Elkhorn. Wait a minute. Yeah, it goes all the way over there to Elkhorn. And let's see what it says here. 50 mile an hour winds. Or no, 30 mile an hour winds. 50. Yeah, 50 mile an hour winds. The storm's moving 30, but the winds are 50. Close enough. We got it figured out. I think the strongest part of the storm is going to kind of pass right through the middle of Janesville, probably south of 14. I'm not in the least bit concerned. We're just out for the hell of it, guys. I mean, this storm's not doing anything. We're just here to be here. It might get windy. I mean, it's just more for fun at this point.
Zach's calling the RPA back, and he's pretty upset and swearing at her.
Oh boy. We could stop in this parking lot up here. What the hell is this building? Upper Lakes Foods. Okay. Didn't even know that's what this was.
Houston Ave, 204, 206, respond to location, get a statement. Victim here.
204, copy.
6 in row.
204, 10-4.
We'll just pull off right here. I mean, the hell with it.
48708, he's threatening to bring his car back over here and smash it into the house.
Alright.
Oh boy, got a lunatic, it sounds like.
Hey, copy. I've been adding notes.
10-4. Fire 841 at Mercy.
841 at Mercy.
708.
Go ahead.
I apologize. I was on a rock main there, but he made a statement to her over the phone that he was going to come back here and crash the tower to the house.
10-4, I copy.
Radio service dispatch. Just listening radio. How's my signal?
Very good.
Thank you. Radio service clear.
We'll probably drop south on either 51 or 39 with this for a little while.
Tesla.
204-23.
Tesla.
It is getting pretty windy out, but I mean, nothing crazy here.
$22.38.
Good.
2238 just for 43. We are getting a report of a stalled vehicle in the roadway of Crosby and Rockport. It's stuck in traffic, but they do have a towing route.
All right, here comes the rain and a bunch of cars. So let's get back on the road.
Still 641 on scene.
641, 10-4.
Order 4 from Ryan.
Lizard, 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 lizard. Lizard, 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 lizard.
Go first.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to get out the stalled vehicle. Kind of Spring Street east of the mountain.
Go ahead.
Playboy Adam, 5982.
Yeah, we're really getting hosed in here. Working on getting to the highway here. Drop south and catch this next little segment coming up out of Illinois here. This guy really needs to get off my bumper. This is ridiculous. It's a passing zone too. No reason for that.
Go ahead.
Alright, we are at the interstate.
Big lightning here, and now the light that we're seeing, and this is another flash red.
Will be for a vehicle in traffic. Another vehicle's trying to jump it. On Morse heading east.
We should be out of this pretty shortly.
No. Response to Memorial, Milton and Memorial. It's going to be on Memorial, in the right lane. They didn't specify what direction. It's coming off of Milton. 4-door burgundy car.
Never.
County units getting orders from the National Weather Service of a special weather statement. Just that strong thunderstorms will impact western Walworth and eastern Rock through 1:30. Still under a watch until 6 p.m. Nothing further.
Well, we're clear of that. We got some pretty clouds up ahead.
There was an accidental alarm.
Thank you. To 43, we did have a lifeline activation. 2002 Mineral Point Avenue. EMS is on scene. It looks like they're just clearing an accident. I'll close it up.
Only severe thunderstorm warning is that one up there by Fort Atkinson.
Lizard, 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 lizard. Yeah, we've got this other piece, I guess, of this line that's coming up out of like western Winnebago County, Illinois, west of Rockford there. I mean, I guess we'll take a look at that, see what that looks like. I mean, because what we just drove through wasn't squat.
Just running full, we're seeing it right rotor and also flashing red.
WB9SHS, repeater, Janesville, Wisconsin. Good afternoon. 1:00 p.m. Monday, 18 August.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, we'll come down here to the state line and see what this thing looks like coming in.
641 en route, St. Mary, UW Madison.
641, you going to UW Madison?
Probably want to. Oh, I don't know. I might want to go a little farther south. I don't know if this is going to strengthen any or not on its way here. Yeah, it is really pretty. That's looking behind us. We're going south, so that's to the north.
Okay, just presuming that because it's severe weird out of the vehicle.
The vehicle didn't flip, so we are sending EMS's protocol.
Alright, I'm not going to go any farther south than this. There's no reason to. Well, we got a good view up here. Yeah, welcome to Illinois, where people can't stay more than 6 inches off your bumper at any time. Oh, this guy's got a Wisconsin plate. Well, that's about right, too, I guess. God, I hate Illinois. No offense to any of you people that live here. I just hate this state. It's not necessarily the state that I hate. It's the way everything around here gets manipulated and ran. And it's just, gas is expensive. Everything's expensive here. I just can't stand it. The guy finally discovered right on red. That's cool. Oh, for F's sakes, then go. Oh, she's too busy on her damn phone. I might pull right up to her at this gas station and ask her how important her phone is. Jesus Christ. That's how much this dumb broad's irritated the living hell out of me the past 10 miles. Jesus. Oh, she's not turning. If she was turning, then I absolutely 100% was going to pull up next to her and ask her what the hell her problem was. 100% was going to do that. Dumb broad. Jesus Christ. She's got her phone so damn far up her nose, she can probably smell it. Well, yeah, I don't even care if it's illegal or not. It's just like stupid. I mean, she's been like maybe 10 feet, if not less, off my back bumper since we crossed into Illinois. All right, we'll just stop here and I'll spin the camera a little bit here. So, yeah, we'll just stop here. All right, we'll watch this thing roll in. We'll see what it looks like, guys. But here it comes. I mean, it don't look like much because it ain't much. It's kind of why it don't look like much. Because it ain't much. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to hold together to Chicago or not. Honestly, I'm kind of doubtful. They put the severe thunderstorm watch way far south, like all the way down there to I-80, but I don't see anything down there unless they're expecting something to develop. I'm really honestly confused by the severe thunderstorm watch. There is a severe thunderstorm warning almost to Milwaukee, so I mean there's that, but I don't know why they put this watch so far south. I mean, unless they expect something to develop later on, which HRRR does show that, but I have a hard time believing that's going to happen. I really think this is going to be about it.
In route.
Yeah, I have a real hard time believing we're going to get redevelopment behind this.
Curves. Get somebody that helps slow down traffic on the outside. First time I come.
You know, in all of the weather discussions, they're talking about, oh, it's extremely unstable, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, kind of, but here's the deal, like, if nothing's happening with this really by now, I don't expect anything to. Maybe, I guess, maybe something could focus in southeast Wisconsin.
Caller said it was near the entrance. Take a look.
Because if you look at radar, the strongest part of this line is actually approaching Elkhorn right now. But you get into a lot of traffic over there that I don't want to deal with.
It's on the main line next to the sign for Highway O.
Tuesday through Sunday, chance for isolated thunderstorms. Tuesday spotter information statement. Spotter activation is not expected today.
That traffic's
The Cocoa
not too bad if you just want to cross to crash site.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 599, effective until 6 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Wisconsin: Dodge, Jefferson, Kenosha, Milwaukee, Ozaukee, Racine, Rock.
I see the Storm Prediction Center did trim the.
Nearshore waters around Sheboygan to Port Washington. Nearshore waters by Port Washington.
Or did they?
Point Lighthouse. Nearshore
They did trim the slight risk.
Nearshore waters from Lake Point to Wizard Harbor, Illinois. Lake Michigan from Sheboygan to Port Washington, Wisconsin, 5 nautical miles offshore to mid-lake. Lake Michigan from Port Washington to North Point Light, Wisconsin.
Getting some lightning in there now.
Miles offshore to mid-lake. Lake Michigan from North Point Light to Wind Point. Wisconsin, 5 nautical miles offshore to mid-lake. Lake Michigan from Wind Point, Wisconsin to Windsor Harbor, Illinois, 5 nautical miles offshore to mid-lake. Lake Michigan from Windsor Harbor to Wilmette Harbor, Illinois, 5 nautical miles offshore to mid-lake. And Windsor Harbor to Wilmette Harbor, Illinois, and the following counties: Illinois, Dillon, Lake, Montgomery, and Winnebago. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large-scale and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to our weather radio, commercial radio, and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Stronger thunderstorms will impact western Walworth and eastern Rock counties through 1:30 p.m. At 12:39 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from New Lake Coast to Mount.
Well, this thing can get here any day now.
Movement was at 30 miles an hour. Hazard: wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Source: radar indicated. Impact: gusty winds could knock down trees and blow around unsecured objects. Locations impacted include Gainesville, Roy, Whitewater, Elkhorn, Delavan,
You have a flatbed with is approximately 10 yards off the fog line. However, it's a pretty steep embankment and it's on its roof.
Long Range, Tiffany, Millard, Avalon, Delavan Lake, and Fontolo. This includes the following highways: Interstate 39/90.
This is not moving nearly as fast as it was earlier. This thing would have been here by now.
Wisconsin Highway 26 between mile markers 6 and 13. Interstate 43 between mile markers 0 and 25. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 6 p.m. for south central and southeastern Wisconsin. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for a portion of south central Wisconsin, including Janesville. Rest of today, showers with thunderstorms likely. Highs in the mid-80s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation.
Well, they just put a new special weather statement out. I don't know if, didn't we have that?
50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Patchy fog after midnight. Lows in the upper 60s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, shifting to the southwest after midnight. Tuesday, patchy fog in the morning. Partly sunny.
Yeah, special weather statements for 50-mile-an-hour winds. I guess we'll see.
Highs in the lower 80s. Northwest winds up to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-60s. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday night, clear. Lows in the upper 60s. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Thursday night, clear.
Yeah, there's not even much for lightning in there, is there?
Friday and Friday night, partly cloudy.
5 for your Soviet around 20 minutes.
Lows around 60s.
Yeah, more.
Saturday and Saturday night, clear. Highs in the mid-70s. Lows in the lower 50s. Sunday, sunny. Highs around 70. Again, the forecast for a portion of south central Wisconsin, including Janesville. For the rest of today, showers with thunderstorms likely. Highs in the mid-80s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation near 100%. nearby states. The report from Janesville was not available. At Madison, it was cloudy. And it was 73.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it after this.
In Monroe, thunder was reported. The temperature was 71. At the Dells, it was cloudy and 74. In La Crosse, it was cloudy and 73. In Green Bay, light rain was falling and it was 64. In Rockford, it was partly sunny and 85. At South Bend, rain and fog were reported and 70. In Chicago, was partly sunny and 81. At St. Louis, it was mostly sunny and 93. The heat index was 100. And Atlanta was partly sunny and 82. At the Twin Cities, it was cloudy and 73. And Duluth, a thunderstorm was reported and 59. The report from Janesville was not available. This is the New Weather Radio WWG90 in Janesville. The current time is 1:17 p.m. Central
Well,
Daylight Time. Now here is the hazard
this is something.
outlook for portions of
Not.
central Wisconsin, south central Wisconsin, and southeastern Wisconsin. For this afternoon and tonight, these hazards statement in effect for winds from 3 to 6 as winds on
Yes, I am also north of Rockford.
expecting this swimming conditions, especially for northerly exposed beaches, piers, and grounds for a break wall.
Well, sometimes when the weather is not that interesting, well, this is what we're going to see, I guess. I honestly thought the shelf cloud was going to be a little better than it is here.
In locations experiencing repeated rounds of storms. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect through 6 p.m. for portions of southeastern Wisconsin. And a highly extended
We don't even really have one anymore.
through Sunday, chance for isolated thunderstorms. Tuesday, spotter information statement. Spotter activation is not expected at this time, but local rain reports are appreciated. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 599, effective until 6 p.m.
The County S traffic cam for southbound traffic.
I'm going to probably... why did it die out there? Hang on.
And 5423.
Honestly, folks, I'm probably going to start moving here because we're kind of out of things to see right here. Well, any day now. I hope. Maybe, almost. There we go. Oh, I hope we make this turn arrow. I'm going anyway. Not sure what we're doing here. Sure as heck ain't driving. Well, we'll go back up into Wisconsin and figure this out. Alright, well, this has been pretty uneventful, honestly. I don't even see anything back there. Yeah, so I'm wondering if our next live stream is going to end up being tropical preparations or something. We're going to be doing something a little bit different, though, this year for tropical weather. And I'm going to go ahead and announce what I can announce now without giving all of it away, because I'm really sick and tired of people just ripping off everything that I do. So I'm not putting everything out there yet, but we're not going to do our traditional flavor of live streaming because there's a couple of issues with that. Number one, I don't want to sit and live stream for 16 hours straight for 4 days in a row while we're deploying devices or sitting in the rain. I don't enjoy that. That's miserable. So we're going to have a couple of different types of live streaming, and depending on where there's going to be a lot of people that gripe about it, but what I tell those people is this costs you nothing, or it costs people nothing to watch. So one of those things, like, I guess gripe all you want, it's not going to change anything. But, because what we're going to do is what we're going to do. I've already made the decision, but there's always going to be a camera in the windshield like this rolling in Radar Omega. There's most likely not going to be audio with it unless we're like actually doing a stream. Because I would like to talk and have the radio on and not have to worry about people picking things apart, you know. So there will always be that visual. We're going to have more of a studio broadcast going on here, sort of, on YouTube. And that's probably going to be open, you know, it's going to be open with a live chat just like it is right now. However, the couple of days leading up to the hurricane when things aren't really crazy, at night, we're probably going to go to a members-only chat. It's going to be a 24/7 broadcast. We got some help with this. But we're probably going to close the chat at night so that we don't have to moderate it 24/7, because channel members, you know, you're paying to be here. Obviously, you know, you're not spamming the chat with, you know, whatever. But then we'll open it back up during the days and stuff. Facebook, we're going to go live on Facebook when things are happening. So Facebook's a good platform to go live only when stuff is happening, because people really only watch on Facebook when something's happening. So if you're interested in seeing something when it's happening, Facebook's going to be your platform of choice. I'll say that again because we broke up. If you're really interested in just seeing stuff when it's actually happening, Facebook's probably where you're going to want to watch. But I can't focus on a live stream 24/7 like I have in the past. I mean, like I said, we've got anywhere between 20 and 70 pieces of equipment, anywhere between 6 and 25 people that are being mobilized here. I can't sit and do the live stream 24/7. So we're bringing it in with somewhat of like a pseudo virtual studio environment, kind of, to take up a little bit of that. Pick up a little bit of the slack. It's going to be a pretty interesting thing, I think. Nobody does anything else like it. Please don't make y'all bot. No, I am not making an AI robot. That's just ridiculous. Why would, you know, that's such a slap in the face to people. Like, I'm not gonna make an AI robot do a job that a person could do. Like, the amount of money that would be required to develop that would easily pay somebody's salary, and then you can get money back into the economy. I'm not gonna start a live stream with no fucking clanker. That's for sure. Sorry if that offended anybody, but if anybody's not familiar with the term clanker, I was referring to the F-bomb, not the clanker. But if you're not sure what a clanker is, it's I just learned it the other day. It's a slur for AI. To be fair, though, the studio broadcast does have a robot, kind of. It does have TTS, because sometimes humans need to take a break, but it's not going to be the main show. But it's not. We don't have no frickin' clanker on here. Another slur for AI is gear grinder. Yeah, I don't believe in. We're not gonna frickin' bring a gear grinder on here. Hell no. I wonder how long until I get canceled for saying that. Somebody's be like, "That's offensive. I identify as that." Yeah, whatever. I don't give a crap. Oh, clanker's here. I don't even want to know what happens if you call Grok or ChatGPT a clanker. It probably just like shuts down on you and bans you. Yeah, I learned that about a week ago. I was watching a TikTok video, and I guess it was like an actual news report where it's apparently it was the headline was, and it wasn't AI. It was an actual like stupid morning show bit somewhere. It was like, wow, we actually have a slur for AI now. It's clanker, and I'm like, oh wow, look at that. What a genius. I should have thought of that. But somebody made a point when I said this internally the other day. Someone's like, I wonder how long until you get canceled for saying clanker just because it's a slur. Someone's going to say that somehow because it's a slur, it's cancelable, even though it's referring to a freaking computer. If I can't call computers and AI a clanker, then I think that we may have a problem in the world. Can't get canceled if you never signed up. That's true. Yeah, gear grinders do work for Swift, but gear grinder is now AI. Your rights don't end where other people's feelings start. I feel like that could be put on a t-shirt. Somebody could make a lot of money off of that. Some of you, some people on the internet haven't watched Granny Bibbins, and it shows. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. She's got like the 2 grandsons, and they have the farm in Fay, Oklahoma. Like they're just outside of Watonga. Actually, I think I've actually driven by it now that I found out where it was. But they're out there by like Watonga, Oklahoma, and she's always walking around with her cattle prod. But she's making a bunch of like TikToks and YouTube shorts and Facebook Reels, calling out the hussies and the vegans, which is funny. I mean, no offense to any vegans, it's a joke. They're cattle farmers, but they're making fun of people that cry and file the hurt feelings reports every time somebody looks at them wrong. It's pretty freaking hilarious. I mean, she's like 84 years old, so she's been canceled like 30 times, and she's still around, so. You thought of a clanker as a beat-up car. Well, sorry, but you're gonna have to think. No, we are officially in the world of slurs for AI, and it is now clanker. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the Facebook stream off because we are done. I mean, we're out of the like. There's no weather here. We're gonna continue on YouTube though. Don't worry. Yeah, I can't, well, actually, I have to be careful what I say on Facebook because the audience over there is a little more woke. I'm going to call it that. Everybody's pretty level-headed over here on YouTube. They'll give us all that. Beat up car is a shitbox. Well, yeah, correct, but... Yeah, Clippy is a clanker. Absolutely. I might put Clippy up on stream instead of the lizard next time. You guys remember Clippy? I freaking hated that stupid thing. What was the point of that thing anyway? Like, it never helped you. Like, you'd be typing and it's like, oh, I see you're writing a letter. Do you want help? It was like the world's like crappiest excuse for AI at the time. You work in AI? That's funny. I actually am a supporter of AI myself. I think AI is just overused now though. Like, people, you know, like if you have any sort of like text-to-speech, you're like, oh, that's AI. Like, no, it's just text-to-speech. But yeah, there is like, AI is good. It's just, we're in that turn, like that part of it where it's like the honeymoon phase of it, where everybody's trying to force it into things. And it's just not working out. Like, it has its place, but its place is not stupid TikTok gorilla videos. You guys seen the stupid gorilla videos? I mean, they're funny, but, I mean, really? Does anyone else think the lizard is annoying? Well, yeah, the lizard's annoying. That's why it's funny. I will tell you though, I don't think AI is going to take people's jobs. And let me tell you why. Grok the other day could not even freaking calculate driving time to somewhere given a very simple math equation. You guys remember that? We were in Kansas, so I don't know. But I think it's ridiculous though, with some of these companies eliminating jobs thinking that an AI model can replace humans. And this is something that some business partners talk about here a lot. There's no vision. And a lot of people don't have a vision when it comes to like software. And let me tell you what doesn't have a vision. AI. It has no vision. It just does what it's told to do. You know, yeah, it's this machine learning thing, but this machine learning is programmed by humans to tell it what to learn. Like, without a vision, you end up with boring software. I mean, think about all these radar apps that are out there. I'm totally throwing stones at people. I probably should. All these radar apps and rip-off YouTube streams now these days. I mean, AI built most of those, or they were just carbon copies of something, you know, Control C, Control V. But a lot of these are just, you know, copied from a template or AI built, and a lot of them are crap. I mean, you know, you go into the Google App Store or the Google App Store or the Apple App Store or whatever, and type in like weather app, and there's going to be like 50 million apps that show up, and they're all garbage. Like, same thing for like stupid, like monotonous tasks. Any sort of free app, a bunch of garbage out there because it's all these AI garbage clones of stuff. So a big thank you to YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw the comment about the AI YouTube videos. Yeah, I know, it's stupid. YouTube is no longer, thank God. And one of the Clanker weather streams is probably going to get demonetized because of this. What a crying shame. But these Clanker videos aren't going to be monetized anymore. YouTube is no longer going to monetize videos or streams or content in general that is primarily automated or artificial. So artificial voices, you know, AI garbage, like that stuff, that they're no longer going to monetize that. They are saying that they're going to focus on like genuine content, which is fantastic because that immediately shuts down so many copyright infringement channels. That shuts down, well, kind of, I mean, it shuts down so much. You know, that stops YouTubers from making these clanker AI bots to do weather broadcasts when we could hire people to do it and create jobs. And instead of feeding the clanker and the gear grinders, we could actually generate jobs for people. And that forces people to do that, which means that money goes back into the economy, which means that other people can get it, which means that people can pay people and pay businesses to get goods and services. And then people like me can afford to pay people because we're getting paid by people, and we can pay people to do the jobs that the clankers would be doing. So I think YouTube is making a fantastic stride in doing that.
Listening units, we're getting a subject armed with a gun, 1139 Park Ave, 1139 Park Ave. Roughly stated that their girlfriend has a gun and is threatening to kill herself. They're out in the front yard. We're still getting further. 312, 313, response, Sergeant, copy. 641, I copy, you're at.
So I think YouTube, you know, a lot of people talk bad about Google and stuff, but I think this is good. This is good. I really wish Elon would get on board. I'm pretty pissed at Elon. I'm actually an Elon supporter, but I'm pretty pissed off at him. Because there's so much like content theft and effery going on X, and he doesn't get it, and he doesn't want to get it. I'm real pissed off at him. And if he's watching, I would happily take you on a ride along, and I could talk to you about how pissed off I am. You know, not enough to say that I don't support the guy anymore to a point. I mean, I know he's controversial and has his issues, but I'm pretty pissed at him. He's kind of promoting a lot of dumb crap that he shouldn't be promoting. I'm going to go in here and get something to eat. This is a quick trip. I don't know if anybody's familiar. If you're from here, don't even worry about it. But if you're not from here, this is basically like a Maverick, but not as good. I'm pretty pissed off at Zuckerberg too. Meta is really on my bad side right now. I am actually a fan of Google. Yep. All right, I'll be right back, guys. You know what, guys? I'm gonna tweet that. You guys want to see something funny? I'm gonna tweet this, and I want to see how many people I can rile up.
501.
What's something? I need to use the AI slur. I can't even think of anything to piss people off. I was gonna think of something that would rile up all the AI people. I was gonna post something about clankers, but I can't even think of anything. God dang. Okay. Do you believe a lot of troll people who come in and create arguments are bots? Yeah, there's a lot of artificial bots, I think, that come into social media and stir stuff up. Those are also clankers.
Live 12 copies. I'll be around in 1 minute.
Be right back. Well, if the clankers get you. Oh, I agree with Eric. I just don't care anymore either. I quit caring. That's primarily why I got off of X.
Go ahead. Probably like a 35-foot debris field, smallest in the center line of the road.
Your locker across street. 201 South Creek Road, cross to East County Truck SM and East West Hart Road, East West Hart Road, East County Truck SM. Train district start lane, please.
Yeah, I made a tweet. I thought of one. I tweeted out, I said, don't let the clankers take your job. Oh, I wonder who the first person to throw up it's gonna be. I think it's funny. You gotta remember, folks, a lot of these people think that, oh, this guy's just an asshole. No, there are actually people that think that the stuff that I post is funny, and like, it's called our audience. Like, guys, that's gonna be about it. I'm out of here. I was gonna keep going, but there's nothing to keep going on anymore. But it's been fun. I'm glad everybody was able to ride along so far. I'm not entirely sure when we're gonna be back here. Oh. Hang on. Alright guys, that was fun. Appreciate our super chatters, channel members. I'm out of here. I'll have an update on the community page maybe tomorrow, but also on Facebook, trying to give you guys an idea of what the heck to expect here, especially with the tropical weather developments. But I don't think we'll be back later on today, but there still is the potential that something could develop in the wake of this severe weather. If it does, I'll be back live again, so this might not be the end. So have a good one, everybody. Thanks for riding along.
One of the tires.